John Gibson made his season debut after an emergency appendicitis surgery, and what a welcome back it was. He even got run into pretty hard in this game. He looked a little scared and trapped in the net as his teammates protected him.
Oh, help me! I'm trapped!
Karlsson made sure he was okay, and I also noticed he made a little stick change with Dumoulin. Don't know how that happened, but Gibby was fine after and finished the game. Good thing too, because he was rock solid in this game, stopping 39 out of 41 shots, and leading the Ducks to a victory. With this win, he is now 13 away of surpassing J.S. Shagir for the most wins in franchise history. For as much flack as Gibson gets, I did miss him, and it was great to see him back. The trade rumors won't stop, but no doubt he will go down as one of the Ducks' best goalies ever. Gibson heard all the Dostal talk and knew he had to show out to remind people what he is still capable of. Dostal has come back to earth a bit in the last few games, and this was a perfect time for Gibson to step back in and give Dosty some rest. The Ducks could very well have the best tandem in the league, both on and off the ice. It's a shame they won't get the wins to back it up though. Dostal is probably capable of being a number one starter, but we also don't want to run him into the ground like we have with Gibson in the past. Just split the time evenly, and most of the time, both goalies are going to give you a chance to win. At the end of the day, it really depends on the play of the team in front of them, as that has been the case 99% of the time over the past 5 years. Good news for Gibby is that the team in front of him played pretty well last night, even giving him an early goal. I didn't realize this till later, but this was the 9th time the Ducks had scored first in a game out of 14 games. Johnston stops to wait for his obviously slower teammates because he is so fast. He gets the puck to the net, and Gaucher makes a behind-the-back pass to Leeson, who scores 5-hole. You may have noticed that this was an interesting trio of names, as the lines were once again shuffled, or as Crow says,
bingo ball lines together.
On paper, these lines don't look that great, and they definitely weren't perfect, but they worked in this game. So it'll be interesting to see what they do when I'm guessing McTavish and Fowler are back in the next game. Also, the D pairings aren't accurate at all. They were like what they have been for most of the year. Also, I just want to point something out. This is the first time I really felt like Zegras was put in the best position to succeed this season, and maybe even longer than that. He didn't get a point in this game, but he still earned the second star of the game, which means he is doing some things right. And now it feels like he's finally being rewarded by the coaching staff. I still would like to see some points though. After the Leeson goal, it was all Columbus, but Gibson was up to the task. He made 2 great saves that kept the game tied, and got a break with a post thanks to a defensive effort from Dumoulin. The Ducks earned a power play and created some good chances, even hitting a post. But then, Columbus got their own power play and scored on it. This was probably the one goal you could blame Gibson for. Even though there was a lot of traffic in front, it got a lot of them, and still squeaked through. Lundestrom dangled like Leo, and there were a couple close calls on the Ducks' defensive end, but it was 1-1 heading into the second. Gibson made a save from his butt, and the Ducks would take the lead. Strong forechecking and a shot by Terry that hit a post, but a good pinch by Lacombe got it back. He curled to the front of the net as the puck got back to Gudas for a point shot, and Lacombe buried the rebound. Lacombe had a great game, first star worthy in fact. Now, can he do it consistently? The Zegras line was caught on the ice for nearly 4 minutes due to a questionable icing call, leading to a Columbus power play. However, the Ducks did kill it off. Ducks fans were feeling good, and so were the Ducks as they came out for the third with good energy, and were rewarded midway through. Some more good forechecking and puck battles were won, a little touch pass from Dumoulin to Karlsson, and he sniped it home. This was the first time the second and the third overall pick from the 2023 draft faced off against each other, as both Karlsson and Fantilli struggled with injuries last year, and Karlsson wins the first matchup. Then Gibson got run into, as I mentioned earlier, earning the Ducks a power play. Again, they got good chances, but couldn't score on it. But the Jackets did right after the kill. With 3 minutes left, McGinn blocked a shot and got back to the front of the net, but he couldn't get the puck past the slot, and it was sniped top corner. Not gonna lie, when that was scored, I wasn't feeling very confident. Columbus turned up the pressure, hitting a post, but Lundestrom delivered a well-deserved empty netter to ice the game. But Gibby made sure with a robbery save in the dying seconds. The Ducks win 4-2.
We got pumpkin pie.
It definitely wasn't a pretty game, and I probably could critique it more, but they won, and it was a solid effort, and hopefully something the Ducks can build on as they face the Vegas Golden Knights on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Thank you to our members. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and go Ducks!
Sure, you really miss doing these interviews, John, so thank you for coming out and doing this.
Thanks for having me. Have a good night.
You too.